Oh, right. And I'm trying to get the channel up and running. Give me a second. I was having a lot of technical difficulties over here. I was that close to not going live today, but uh, definitely found what I needed. Come on. What's up, John? How you doing, boss? Yeah. My computer is super, super slow. Come on. Oh, man. All right, 843, Leonard, Dave, Curtis, Burton. All right, give me a second while I get my computer, or it finally decides to catch up with what we got going. So I can see everybody's comments. And finally got it there. And so for me, I've been here like crazy, building a lot of leaders, like a lot of leaders. Uh, I have built 50, 100, 150. Yeah, I've built 150 liters pretty much from scratch. Uh, 'Cause a lot of the stuff we needed, we didn't have. So, yeah. Uh, um, 843. Oh, it's Zion. Okay. What's up, boss? All right. So, with the deal with Boca Chica, remember that deal where they were trying to get SpaceX to have their own land or whatever and call it their own city? Well, with that being said, they already had put out in the news that basically they're going to close the beach, like permanently kind of deal. So um, this is something we kept telling everybody. We kept telling it's coming. This is what their game plan is. This is their strategy, and not enough people reacted, or we did get enough people and they just ignored everybody. So we're definitely going to have to keep that in mind when it comes to voting these crooks out of office, because again, too, man, by them voting that bill into there, um, I know a lot of the verbiage on there is just it's wrong. It's wrong in so many ways. So, but I figure what I'll do, I'll go ahead and keep making the leaders because I've got a little bit of weights I can work on, but the main ones that I got to work on are the surf weights, but they're in the back, and obviously I can't work on those and try to be live because all of y'all will do is hear me chopping away at my surf weights to make all the wires even. So I'm going to sit here and make leaders instead while I'm setting up the fire drawing. So we got that. Um, it's going to be the Wheel of Doom because I've got over 1,000 pounds of lead sitting over there on the counter that I normally do for the tickets for the fire drawing tonight. So just giving you all a heads up. And actually, I can start writing down the names because some people have already paid to get in it. Let's see where we're at. And actually, I think I already started the paperwork for the tickets because for the people that won on the last fire drawing, we had uh, second chance names pulled, and I think I already put the names on here to start it. Just trying to remember where I put it. Okay, not on this clipboard. Yes. All right. So whiskey. And John Holiday actually already have tickets for tonight's fire drawing. They have $20 a piece right there. That was because we got to $1,000. So every $500, what I'm doing is I'm gonna give two tickets per person that we draw out of there. For every 500, there's a person's name gets selected, and they get onto the next fire drawing. So yeah, so it's already at $40. I know some people have already paid through the Cash App, or not Cash App, but through Zelle. So uh, give me a second. Dusty is in there for 30. At 30, right there. We got Daniel Garcia for 30. And then all right, so Kruger Automotive has got two tickets in there, one for him, Motive, and the second one is for Mechanic Lady. Lady, 10 and 10. I believe that is it. Everything else is from Friday. Let's see what else. Let's see what we got over here. Amy, what's up? Fat woman in the house. Yep, yep. Here's worse when she's here. Curtis, no trade backs. I'm out this week on the fire drawing, signing up cash for bait this weekend. I'm tapped out. Good luck, everybody. Roger that. Wait, you got to take care of priorities, and having bait is one of them. That's for sure. Yep. So what's up, Dusty, Oscar, Curtis, Hurton, John, Amy, Curtis. Who else? Did I say everybody's name in there? Dave. Hopefully I got everybody, but right now we're sitting at $120 for tonight's fire drawings. Those are the names that are in it right there. I'll give it a few more names and then I'll start typing them into the Wheel of Doom because, like I said, my counter over there is filled with weights right now. Like I got a lot of weights over there. So, oh man, oh that is gonna hurt right there. It's only $10. Ooh. I hear that bat already flying. Mm. It's been a while since we've heard he took a beating from you, so he's probably trying to earn one tonight. Thank you, ma'am. May have another. uh, oh man. So I did not get to do any fishing this weekend. Um, I was pretty much booked up here. I did cook some crawfish for one of my nephew's graduation parties, and we had some leftovers and stuff, so I got to eat some pretty good crawfish. I did try out a different flavor, and what I did was I added some fresh oranges cut in half to the pot mixture. But at the same time, once they came out of the pot, while they were inside the uh, my cooler, so that way they could stay warm. I sprinkled some, orange juice all over them, and the fresh oranges, not the like actual orange juice or whatever. It was fresh oranges that I cut in half, and I got the juice all over. Man, that took it to a whole nother level. That was awesome. So, yeah. Dusty, I'm going to have to get me a spool of 130 cut line to replace the line that boat stole. Glad it was not more than I lost. Gee, that sucks, man. Were you fishing on the beach and they came by and caught your line? Is that what you're saying? I just bought her a Jeep because she didn't want a Denali. Them Denalis are nice. I wanted to get one years and years ago, probably like 15 years ago. It didn't work out, so didn't have that kind of Denali money for that. So, yeah. John Darnell, what's up? Skeeter in the house. Hello, hello. So what I'm doing is I'm working with 400-pound mono here, and I'm putting on my 2.2 double mini sleeves, and then I will put my 650-pound swivels on them. And that's what I'm using for the top section. These are stainless steel swivels, so they work out really, really nice on the leaders. They don't make them pretty bulky. Mm-hmm. But we are again with the fire drawing we're at $120 for tonight's buy-in, or current buy-in amount. We're at 120, $10 buy-in to get in there. So on beach in Matagorda, offshore rig came through close to shore, real close. Head. God, that sucks, man. I have no idea why they do that. Like they see the rigs out there, and they gotta. I don't know. I mean, you would think they would know with the amount of people that complain about it, and they just don't care. Me personally, when I'm coming in from offshore and I'm running the beach, and I see a rig, like if I see a rig way over there, I start cutting way out. You know, I go out over 1,000 yards out to make sure I don't catch any of their lines and stuff like that. So, granted, a jet ski is nothing like a boat propeller, but still, we've already proven that the impeller will still suck up line and leader and stuff like that. More times, yeah, I guess it happens from when the lines are cut off and the braid is just sitting there floating on the surface. So, whiskey in the house as well. Oh, I need to add. Well, whiskey, you already have $20 winning from last week from Friday's drawing. Uh, we went over $1,000, so you got a second chance at it. So you got a $20 buy-in right now. Do you still want your normal $20 buy-in on top, or are you good with the $20 that's there? Oh yeah. All right, whiskey. I'll get that here in just a second. Let me finish these liters right here. All right. So, and again, if y'all are just chiming in, guys, um, I'm doing the Wheel of Doom tonight because I got my other counter full of weights over there, guys. Like a lot of weights, so I got no room. So that takes us up to $140, right? Yeah, we're at $140. Good. And I'm still working on my leaders over here. It sucks because yesterday, I cut into my finger right on the tip. Man, you don't realize how much you use it until it's in pain. So that sucks. Yeah, I really was battling with myself, guys, to get onto the feed tonight. Had so much, just off-topic items and stuff like that, and I didn't know how that was going to work out. So, on the line, 3 liters, 3 weights. Had a black tuna, 2 barracuda, 30 minutes. Wow, that's almost as bad as one time I was hand kayaking a bait out. I was out about 1,500 yards out, and a boat cuts behind me between me and my truck. And my gear was alone on the truck while I was in the water kayaking my bait, and obviously they caught the line, and it was funny because people were passing by and they saw the rod go over, and the line just starts screaming off, and so I'm already turning back because I already felt the line drop. Uh, but the bait was still there. So no, I had just dropped the bait. I just dropped the bait. It was a full, like 5 foot barracuda that I had split in half to make two baits, and they were on the same leader. And I dropped it, and as I turned around, I see the boat cut in front of me, and yeah, it was over after that. Man, that freaking sucked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sucks too, Dusty. Yeah, just getting it out there and have that. Golly. You fishing right now, Night Hunter? Is that what you're saying? Man, my neck is hurting right now. I need to crack it, but I don't crack it normally, by myself because then um, it won't go through, or it may be the wrong way to actually crack your neck. So let me see. Ah, PVC. Or, okay. I forgot. I forgot how we you put your name on there. Uh, yeah, and that's 20. There you go. Hmm. I caught six sharks with Uber. I mean Uber watch. The sharks were 1 to 2 foot. All the while I was waiting. Where were you waiting at? Were like you in the bay or what? Ah, there you go. Well, at least you caught some 5 footers, man. Shoot. Mm. Yep, yep. No, not Bobby the Bobber tonight, guys. And if y'all will give me a minute after I finish um, putting all my swivels on my leaders, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm making heavy duty 6 foot casting shark leaders. So I've already put all the swivels on those right there. But I still got all of this to do, and then I'll go show you all the table. So, but I'm doing like 3 or 4 or 5 at a time, so it shouldn't take too long. So, in the surf and Surfside. Oh wow, yeah. I remember one time me and Damon we were down in South Padre and we were catching Jack Crevalles. Like literally, they were everywhere between us, and we probably had like 15 or so, on standby as live bait. We actually came up with a way to, or he actually came up with a way to keep Jack Crevalles live in the surf. So he did that, and then one shark cut between us, and it was a good, like, 4.5, maybe 5 footer. We kind of looked at each other like, okay, it's time to start moving back. So we backed off the second bar and went to the first bar. Yeah, it was a hair raising event for sure. So. Dusty says, a few weeks ago, a guy trolled into my line, like 15 yards from the dock, then got mad at me and wanted to fight, but told the guy, cut your line and your losses. No need to lose your rig and your teeth. Nice, nice. Uh, Bobby was taken advantage by Betty last night, so he isn't messing. He ain't functional. Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So yeah, I was here till probably 11:30 last night, cleaning weights and uh, sorting them for a major weight order. We got one going out to 48 Outfitters out of Port Aransas, Texas, and they are going to have a lot of liters, a lot of weights. I think we got 450 liters alone going to 4-day outfitters. Um, and then the surf weights, regular weights, and all of that is it's a crazy amount. I'll show y'all here in just a minute. I told Cooper and the family, I've seen roughly 600 surf right in the waves, but they're like 1 to 2 foot. Yeah, yeah, I see that all the time, Oscar. Small sharks like that. They see right now is the breeding season. Right now, a lot of big sharks have come in and have been dropping pups in the shallow waters. So there's a lot of big mommy sharks out there and daddy sharks as well. But there's going to be a ton of the smaller pup sharks in there because they're being pupped out. This is the warmest time for them to come in, and it gives them a chance for them to uh, come in and get a few months of survival before the water turns too cold for them. They'll normally stay in the shallow water for several years before they'll venture out to deeper water and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's see. Dusty says it happens, but when you're dragging 16 ounces of lead and have flashers and spin glows that close to me, it's kind of unavoidable and careless. Yeah, I would have to agree, boss. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like they come right next to the pier, like to sightsee on the pier, like what we're doing. And we're like, dude, like y'all are catching our lines, and so it don't matter, move them out of the way. Like, no, you get out of the way. You're not even supposed to be near there. And then they get upset because we're telling them to get the hell out of that area, while we're there fishing, and they're catching our lines, cutting them off, and it sucks. Sucks really bad. So. See, I used to be like that, hurting. I used to have a lot of braid and mono ready to go, like literally. We'd probably have four 1,500 yards fulls of braid because we are dealing with solid braid at that time, and then like the big 4-pound spools of mono, the big spools. There were several thousand yards of line on them, and we'd have at least four of each, on standby for those occasions when we would get cut off like that. But now that we're dealing with straight hollow core, we have not been doing that as much. Like I honestly don't take extra spools of line with me. Once I get cut off like that, I have enough reels that I just take one off the rack and put another one into the water and be ready that way. So yeah, I've seen that as well, KTM. But I've also seen where they have a weight with uh, razor blades that are already built into the weight as well. And so what they basically do is they cast over the line and just reel in pretty quick, and they end up cutting those guys' trolling lines off too, so they can get a taste of what we're going through. I normally won't do that. I won't cut them off, but I have done it to where I throw my surf weight over their line, their leader, and then I'll pull their line in because they're not rocking 100-pound tests. They're rocking, 30, 40, 50-pound. So I'll just crank them into the pier and cut their line off and then give them give them whatever's left over kind of deal. But normally I keep the leader and stuff like that. So what's up, Sharkotic in the house?
Yee. What's up? Sorry, bro. I was on the other line. I had to get off real quick. It was a good conversation working on something for Shark.Eric.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, I was trying to go live like over an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, and it just everything that was supposed to
John
happen didn't
Whiskey
wasn't.
Hunter.
And I was this close, guys, like this close from saying, you know what, I'm just gonna go home for the night. Like I
I
wasn't
was
in there yet.
watching the time and then my phone rang. I was like, I didn't see no text yet. I was like, let me just take this call real quick. And I
Mm,
was like, maybe he's not going to go live. Maybe he got busy.
yeah, no, I didn't. I couldn't
Did you hear the
find
song?
my holder for my phone so I can have it like this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Also, too, I want to be able to get up and move around, and just having it leaning there, it's not very capable of doing that and stuff like that. So but I can also
What's
hear
up,
that
everybody?
turn on the fan here in a minute because it kind of glitched a second when he came on. So I don't want
Oh,
the phone to overheat again and stuff. So
Fishing Ray in the house. What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody on. It's awesome this week. Yes, blessed to be alive. Blessed to be on the channel, having a great time. Shark.Eric is here. It's party time.
So, real quick, I was at church on Sunday, and they were talking about the signs, that God has put in our lives, and the different kind of ways those signs. That's not the big deal that you got to pay attention to. It's what they reference, and a lot of the signs and wonders of what it is Him showing His presence in your life and stuff like that. And so they were talking about how different people have had different. Signs and or wonders happen to him, like your buddy that had the cancer deal with his nose,
Yeah,
and he
that
was
was
totally
nuts.
healed and stuff like that. What I would like to do, if you can get with him, I'd like to ask him a few questions about that,
Oh
um,
yeah,
and see if he'd be willing to share his story on the channel and stuff like that too, because testimonies like that are how we can see the signs and wonders and know that they're directly correspondent with the man above. You know what I mean? So
I really think he would. I'll talk to him this week. Unfortunately, I did talk to him today. He missed a few days from work. He's on some medicines right now that's making him kind of nauseated.
yeah.
But he's doing great. I mean, the fact that he didn't have to replace his nose and cancer's not killing him, he's just going through some medication right now for some small stuff. Man, it's crazy. I mean, God bless, right? What can we say? It the doctors were saying it's a miracle, and these are doctors.
That's an amazing one right there for sure. So, but yeah, when don't have to be right now, but like I said, when he's able to, obviously take care of his health first and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I was
uh,
trying to get him to come to Watts Day, which is coming up Saturday. So we're going to be there at Chopped on Blades on Greenspoint Road Saturday at 3 o'clock with Michael Watts for Watts Day.
no,
I was trying to get him to come out there because he's personal friends with Watts. I got in connect with Watts through him, but
mm,
he was saying with how he's feeling right now, he's going to try to relax and recuperate. But no, he's doing great though. He's doing great. It's just the medicine that they have him on right now. They switched him up, and he was like, "It's not agreeing with me right now." And but yeah, I think next week I'll talk to him, see what's up. That'll be really cool because he's a veteran, been there, done that, and he fishes too. He has a boat, fishes like Chocolate Bay on the Upper Coast. Um, yeah, he'll be a good person to chat on the channel with for sure, 100%.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. So right now, we're at I think like $160 for tonight's fire drawing.
Nice.
I put a time, but I'm gonna go ahead and set the time now. I'm gonna give it another. Uh, we'll do 25 minutes. Another 25 more minutes.
Well,
Um,
Sharkotic will match a 50 if somebody wants to throw in a 50. We'll throw in a 50. Let's bump it
there
up.
you go. Yeah.
Make it fun. Were you able to play
Sure.
the song I sent you?
No, no, I was gonna do that, but I was kind of.
Mm.
I'm I'm almost done with my deal here. I'm making 6 foot casting leaders. So I've already done
Oh,
this while I
nice.
was working on the panel, and I need to finish those. So I'd like to get them all done before I start kind of moving about. Because then, if these that aren't finished mix up with those, then I'm going to be kind of in a pickle. Because then I'll have to sort through them before I can get in there and stuff like that. So
And I did see today on Facebook Messenger group page the shelf at one of the FTUs and looking like products moving pretty nice. Like shells are starting to empty out.
beautiful, beautiful. Yep. Well, I definitely, like I said, guys, if y'all spend more than $100 per $100 you send us the receipt through the Team Hard Life email. That way we can enter your name into our giveaway. Giveaway will literally go all the way until they call me and say, "Hey, we need to re-up on gear." That is the cutoff. When will that happen? I don't know. Obviously, the sooner the better. But um, if y'all are able to, go and get some gear because that's just going to help us expand our ability to get more gear in there. And also too, if you see that there's something that I carry that they don't have in there, let them know. Like, tell them, hey man, this is the gear we really want to have in here from them, and and then let us know. So that way I can kind of tell them, hey, I know a customer brought it up the other day because sometimes they'll be kind of scared of bringing in new gear. But if it's something that you really want, let them know and let us know. That way we can kind of be in the conversation about it and stuff like that. So
They
yeah.
need to like stock the Sharkotic startup package, right? So it's a chain, it's a sunglasses, it's a pack of smokes, and a bottle of whiskey.
There you go.
Right next to the hard life tackle, okay? So look forward to the Sharkotic package right next to hard life. I'm just making jokes, but
That
it should be a Halloween costume at this point, man. A good
yeah,
blazer, okay? A colored blazer, a chain, glasses, a Bluetooth piece, of course, a pack of smokes, and a glass, a bottle of whiskey.
wow, yeah. That would definitely be cool. So let's see, getting it in here. I'm almost done. This was 100 pack of swivels, and literally that's how much I have left out of 100 pack.
Killing it, man.
Yeah, and that's just from this group of that I have of leaders in hand. That's it. That's not including everything else I've already built. So
Whiskey Warrior looks like he's my platoon is watching, but say Raj
okay,
said
my
50
platoon is
50. All right, cool.
watching. Raj says 50 for 50. Match that skipper. Roger that, whiskey. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So give me a second. Let me get these out of my hand real quick, and then I'll put that on there. So whiskey is matching Raj right there, or sarcotic
Good
for the
form.
yeah. All right. Let's see. 2, 50. There it is. Then
Dusty had a
sarcotic.
question. He wanted to know if you make leaders similar to your whiting leaders,
Yes.
smaller hooks, but heavier line so they can use heavier surf weights.
Hmm. I can. I definitely can. But they're going to take a lot more effort to create. And the reason being is because the eyelet on those small circle hooks like that will not allow for double mono to be doubled up. So what I would have to do is actually create a snell knot and tie it to it, which is going to be it's going to be a lot more labor intensive, and or I can crimp it. Crimp it will be a lot neater and stuff like that, and be pretty strong that way. So yeah, we can definitely do that. So
I would say, just my opinion, right? I've done that also. Um, if you're targeting like smaller fish like whiting and stuff like that, try to keep it light and close to shore. It'll increase your hookup ratio. Now, if you're trying to use like a heavier weight, you're probably trying to cast it further. When I've done that with lighter tackle, trying to like catch whitings on days I couldn't catch whitings, I ended up getting in trouble with jacks, and
I'm pretty sure they're
it
not
was
going to
a
be mad.
challenge.
They're not going to be mad.
It was a challenge to bring them in because I'm using a smaller hook. I was targeting bait, um, but I designed a leader to be able to cast further with heavier weight and to lock in and all that. But like a bait leader, double drop and all
Mm.
that. But I ran into more trouble doing it that way. So I always prefer, like if I'm fishing for bait, I've learned, and everybody fishes differently. The way I fish, the way you fish, we might fish next to each other and hook up differently. But if we're targeting
Oh,
like bait fish like whiting and stuff like that, I would say go lighter, uh, go fluorocarbon, be more invisible, smaller hook, lighter leaders, all that. That to me increases your hookup ratio for your bait fish. If you're trying to catch them more deeper, they can be there too, especially on a low tide, of course. But if you run into that jack that does show it up, which has happened to me on a pin fierce back in the day, I ran down beach. I had to pour water on my reel, trying to fight this like 40 something inch jack on a pen like 2500 like size spinning reel. It was a battle that did not have to be done. I could have and should have uh, tried to target the jacks with the further heavier drops instead of trying to target bait like whiting and ladyfish. Um,
For that. All right, so real quick, couple of things. Jacked Up Leatherworks is in the house. Definitely
nice.
want to give
Oh,
you a shout out, boss, and definitely let you know we still got you and your family in our prayers for a healthy and speedy recovery with your
bring
wife
me
and
that
everything.
package on my desk and one of my knives real quick. I got something.
Now, I do have pompano leaders that have the smaller hooks like that are still pretty strong, and we've done 50-inch bull reds and 40-inch jack crevalles with them because we are throwing
A
heavier
package
bait
on
and
my
weight.
desk and
Mainline
one of
on
my
those
knives to cut
is
it open.
80 or 100-pound test on the pompano leaders, so you can still throw heavy weight with those. But the whiting rigs, they have a 3-hook system. The pompanos only 2. So just kind of giving you an update on that. You can use the pompano leaders for that. We have pompano leaders without um, floats, so that may be something to look at if you're looking at getting your kids onto smaller gear, but with the capability of still landing a big fish. So yeah, let's see. Uber. Okay, give me just a second, boss. I will check Zell here in just a second. I'm making my leaders over here and trying to get that working. And I see Jacob over here cracking the whip too.
I
Get
got
back on.
something for Jacob. I got Jacob right now. Looky, what shark caught it, Cookie.
There we go. Did that come in from Jacob, or are you sending it to Jacob?
No, this is what came in from the oils, the beard oils. I'm gonna open it up right now.
Okay, okay.
It came in today.
Very nice. So, looks like I'm not going to be able to finish this because I've got more swivels in the back. I just don't want to walk back there and do
I
this again here. So, let's see what you got there.
was excited when this came in, but I was like, we're gonna have to open this up on live, let everybody see the box. So you do get a nice little thank you sticker on there, and you is welcome. All
There you
right.
go. Nice. Yeah, I've been slacking on, not really slacking. I've just been so swamped with all the stuff I got going on. I haven't ordered my beard oils from True North. I haven't
What?
ordered Jacob. And hey,
Bro, look at that. Sealed
I
with
like that.
the stamped wax, like very, very old school, very like back in the day. You don't see stuff like this no more. That is so cool. So I'm gonna
That
open
looks
this in a
very,
little
very
bit.
professionally done. I'll be honest,
You
when I
also
ship things,
have
I
a
try to make
card,
it nice and neat in the box, but I always have to put a lot of.
bro, handwritten.
There you go.
That is really cool. So I'm gonna open up that package in a little bit, and we also have some stickers, which is going up on my fridge. Love these things.
All right, so I did all of those, but I didn't have enough of these. So.
And my receipt. Okay, take that. Oh, here we go.
Oh man, that's a lot of liters right there, guys. That's over 100 liters right there. So,
Woo!
yep, there's Henry. Okay, so
Tearing it open.
set that
Wow.
off to the side and get back to the fire because we got about 14 more minutes. And that way I can check my phone too because the Uber sent through there. Yep.
So I got two of these with twine.
And
Real cool. Real cool. You know, one thing I really do enjoy is that when you get a package like this, where you get all these extras, the joy of opening the package is almost like as good as the joy of having the actual product. But there it is.
That looks so cool, man. Oh, we gotta do a live pool. Live pool.
I have to check this out, man.
Let's see. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everybody's name into the Wheel of Doom.
And if somebody else wants to match Narcotic for another 50, I'm down.
Oh, whoop. There we go.
Because it's a good
Yeah.
day, man. I got some beard oil. Jacob's
Mm-mm-mm.
Design. Oh
Huh.
my god.
Ready?
That is amazing. That really is. It is so fresh and so clean. Oh my god. I love this. This is cool.
There we go. Okay.
Let's go back
So,
to the wax seal. That pops up. The packaging is so cool. And you get some testers. Here we go.
oh yeah.
Real cool. Oh my god. Yeah. I am
There's
really
something on
stoked.
there.
I'm glad I ordered. That was cool. Really cool, and it smells amazing. It smells amazing.
Right on. Okay. All right. All right. So whiskey is the first person. So I don't know why it won't let me move things. John Holiday. I don't think he's in here, so I'm gonna have to retype his name. All right. Let's see.
What's up, Kruger? All right, if somebody wants to do a 50, Sharkotic will match that 50. Let's get this pumping.
Let's see. All right. So I got whiskey. Got John. I need Dusty and Daniel. Daniel Garcia. There's Dusty. Daniel Garcia.
Oh, bro, you haven't played the song yet. You're probably gonna
No,
want to
I'm
play
not. I started putting the
this.
names in. So um, got Dusty, Daniel, Kruger Automotive. I know he's in here. I will. I'll do that unless you want to put it on real quick. But I don't know if you can at the way
I can't.
you're.
Nah, it wouldn't play.
Okay.
It'll cut out. My earpiece will treat it like noise. All right, so jacked up. When you get out the shower, don't dry your beard all the way. Take your beard down. Apply. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my morning routine now.
Mechanic lady is in there. And whiskey for another 20.
Oscar wants 2 from credit. And if anybody wants to match Narcotic on a 50, jump this thing up.
Hmm. All right, so I got whiskey in there. Bucket as well. I don't know if he's in here or not. Yes, he is. Copy. Paste. Paste. And then whiskey with 5.
Later, Jacob. Thanks for the oil, man. It was nice.
Yep, most definitely. And I got to get you those funds too, so that way I can show some support for your wife and the shirt, bro. Whiskey. So that'll be the 3. 3. 3. 3. And Shark.Eric. Alright, got that. Henry Sinisteros, he's got 2. Oh.
Put a ball ice and some nuggets in there.
Copy and paste. Uber hot glass. Where's he at? Right there. He's got 20. Preached. And then John Darnell. See over there doing some live pulls. Very nice. All right. Check my phone real quick on Uber or on so. Kruger Automotive has matched you, Raj, for 50. Kruger. So.
Nice.
Paste. That'll be dash 2. 2. 2. We still need 2 more. Paste. Down off. 2. And 2. And Shark.Eric with number 2. This works out because you did the same thing the last time.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Kruger Auto for 50. We got Shark.Eric for 50.
Nice.
All right, so that will put us at, let me go and delete all of this real quick.
What up? What up? Luciano.
Delete. We're at $420 with those 2 buy-ins right there. We're at 420. So again,
Nice.
if we
So get
get
to 5.
500, we get a second chance winner. So, yep. Let's see. Okay, so while we're doing that, let's go and go over here, and we need to find Shark.Eric's channel.
No. I sent it to you on Messenger. That's a personal song
Ooh.
for you.
Oh, okay.
I did drop a song today. But I sent you a
Okay.
personal song.
Okay. Well, let's see the song you dropped, and then I'll
Okay.
find the other. Plan B.
Yeah.
Let's see.
A motivational song.
Yeah. Early morning, late night, still on the clock. No shortcuts here. I climb from the
What's up,
block.
Henry?
Vision dreams vivid, I never stop. This that hustle in my veins going straight to the top. Wake up, rise, grind, same routine, same clothes, same shoes, but the mind stay clean. I done came from nothing, had to fight my way. No luck, just sweat, pay dues every day. Got scars that don't show, battles that I won. Burn on my back, but I never tried to run. Pain taught lessons, failure gave drive every
Thank
note
you,
that I
Kruger.
I'm all in, no plan B, no escape route. Hustle like I'm broke, even when the bank's drought. Sacrifice my comfort, invest in my plate. Build it brick by brick, let them down, let them hate. Can't slow down, I was made for the flame. This ain't just a grind, it's ingrained in my name. Got my back to the wall, eyes locked on the dream. I'ma hustle till I die, no in between. Clock ticking, but I treat it like fuel. Every second counts when you sticking to the rules. Ain't no genie, no wish, just the will and the grit. I ain't lucky, I'm religious, that's the difference. Kid. Second wins from the lows, never needed applause. If you ain't feeling, you ain't trying, that's the hustle and flow. I was broke in the dark, still envision the shine. Put my pain in the purpose, now the mission is mine. Rain or the shine, I'm pushing the line. Success ain't a gift, it's a state of the mind. I'm built off the struggle, molded by loss, but I turned every L into lessons I lost. I'm on no plan B, no escape route. So like I'm broke, even when the bank's proud. Invest in my faith, built brick by brick, let them down, let them hate. Can't slow down, I was made for the flame. This ain't just a grind, it's ingrained in my name. Got my back to the wall, eyes locked on the dream. I'ma hustle till I die, no in between. No retreat, no regret, I go all the way. One shot, one life, gotta earn my say. I ain't waiting on luck or the world to agree. I'm the storm, I was born to break free. Produced by Capt.Eric.
Motivational song.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to. You said you put it through Facebook, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Messenger. That one's for you.
Oh crap!
Team hard life in the build. Raffle time. Build a fire. The dreams and I'm doing it fire now.
That's what I'm saying. That
What you
is.
think, man? Straight up fire drawing song, man.
I'm sitting here touching in my chair.
Straight up
So.
fire drawing song.
That is sweet. Hell yeah. Like we're gonna have to play that instead of the little spin name.
You like it? I tried a little something for the fire draw.
That was pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. So, all right,
Cool.
I'm gonna go back through real quick because I was watching the comments, and I did see John Darnell we wanted two for credit for him. I put those in there while we were doing the names right there. Yeah, John Darnell right there. Got you two for your store credit. And then who else? I think Oscar. Oscar asked, right? That's John.
Let's go through the comments. Oscar.
I thought I heard Oscar or somebody say Oscar.
Hmm.
Well, if you did, Oscar, can you please confirm so that way I don't have to go back through the verbiage over here?
We were jamming.
Yep, yep. Hernandez says I'll take 50 from Daniel's store credit. Me too.
Me too.
Oh yeah, that was sweet. I like that song, man. That was a really good song, bro. That was a really good
Yeah.
song.
So it got me thinking, when I did that song for you that you'll drop once I get the videos and all that, I didn't mention the fire drawings. I was like, maybe I can create something. So it took me a while to get it all right and sounding to where I'm like, let's make it happen. And put it together. And I'm like, wow, that one jams. Like I could listen to that, like instead of listening to any music on the radio or YouTube, or I could just listen to that and I'm having a good time.
I will say this, boss. If you can make the songs a little bit longer, that way we can
I
jam to them
can.
longer. Because what ends up happening, I'm having them play here, but then like if I'm recording, I have to stop, run over here, and skip it to the next one because otherwise I have to sit there and pause on the radio on that. But with YouTube, it'll keep playing like commercials until you tell it to not to and stuff like that. So
And
that'll
so
give me a chance to
the
enjoy it a
reason
little
why I
longer.
kind of do them a little short, I kind of do it like that on purpose, um, because it's all on like algorithm. And so if you don't watch a certain percentage of the song, then it makes the song not look so great. So if I make the song longer, then YouTube will say maybe 16% of the people watched that video. If I
Yeah,
make if I make it shorter, then it will say over 50% of the people are watching past the 30-second or minute or whatever. So the reason why I do them a little short is one, because I'm a lot on YouTube right now, and then two, just so you don't get bored, you flip to another
yeah,
song. But yeah, no, I get it. Like I had songs that were a little bit longer, and the shorter songs do a little bit better. Just because the way the algorithm works, that's all really what it is. I can make it go longer, but it's just that the
yeah.
longer ones, they're gonna say your percentage viewed wasn't so great. So then you get dropped now. So
Yeah,
I'll keep them
I
short
totally
and
get
fun
it.
and quick for a reason, and I hate to do it that way. It's just that if I don't, then I'm not really getting the YouTube hits um, that I'm
Yeah,
looking for. Well, once I
yeah. No,
start really
I
like
can
getting my stuff
totally
on
feel you. Yeah,
Spotify,
yeah,
once I start getting on Spotify and like Apple Music and stuff like that, I'll start letting the songs go longer. Like I want to do songs up to like 4 minutes. Right now, I'm shooting for like 2.5. That seems like a good sweet spot for music. Some of the songs that are a little bit longer, I see that there's a drop, and there's a lot of views, but they're not watching it to the end. And so, unfortunately, on my end, that hurts my algorithm. So next time I post something, it will be seen to less people. That's kind
yeah,
of I hate to have to be that guy or have to even explain that. It's just that's just what I have to do
yeah.
for now. For
No,
now,
I totally understand that. 'Cause that was kind of one of the reasons why I started doing longer videos too, was because um, you started getting paid more on them. But again, too, it's trying to keep people in the channel, trying to
engaged.
watch it and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it does change up the game on it too and stuff. But
Unlike
shorter videos like that will also help it pop off faster, so you may get several million views and make more money faster as well too. So yeah, totally
a lot of the
understand.
songs, you get a lot of views like really quick, halfway point, looking pretty good. But when the song is slowing down to like an end, you know, people click away, or switch to another song, whatever the case may be. It's just it hurts the algorithm, um, and so then my next song get less views. So yeah,
Roger that. All right. So, all right. I'm looking at. Uh, how far back do I have to go, John? There you go. Wow. Oh, so they did put the leaders together too with the weights. So they posted a picture, and you can see the leaders and my surf weights there at the bottom.
yep.
So that looks really nice. I think this is
So
at the
those
main.
surf weights wasn't there when I was there. Well, you can see on
I
the
think
video I posted too. I think they
I think
moved it
this.
in after.
No, I think this is the main.
Oh, that
The
might be
main
the
store.
other. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's off of
Yeah.
45. That location, the original big FTU.
Hmm. There you go. And you can definitely see people are looking in and here and stuff like that because some of the labels are turned sideways, so they're taking them out and checking them out. You know what I mean? And
Oh
they're
yeah.
putting them back. So, yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm gonna have to
It's
let them
tried
know.
and true. I mean,
Yeah.
it's you're not a dude that showed up and it was like, I'm going to start a tackle shop just because I like tackle. You already had a world record and hooked onto a lot of great fish and had a great following with leaders that you built and everybody fished with those. It's tried and true stuff.
Nice. Yep. That's very true. I was actually talking to some customers today because they saw the world record paperwork posted up here, and they were thinking that the shark, the 12.3 that made it to the Italian magazine, was that shark. I was like, no, 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 it was two different ones. And he's like, what? He's like, they only kind of kept track of the world record one, and then when I was telling them about the 12.3, that would have actually been a 100-pound line class world record as well. But we used it to set the precedence to block the other guys from doing that. So there's Fat Cat Fish and Fever right there. Easy life. How's it going? Yeah, I wish it was. But we're at $440, guys, and we have 1 minute remaining. If you don't want to get in, because we had a few guys that were buying on there, and so I was extending the time right there. But yep, yep. So we're at $440 right there, and then there's oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Get it. That's so awesome, boss. That is priceless moments right there.
Where are
Dude,
we sitting at right now on the drawing?
we're at $440. 440. We get to 500. We get second chance winner gets pulled out of the pot. So, yep. Mm-mm-mm. Yep.
Also, I'm trying to come up with something. So, of course, let's try to get to that 500. Trying to come up with something. I'm either going to do an Avet 50 wide or an 80 wide for the Take a Bite Out of Cancer. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
be there for awards, and in order to get a ticket from Sharkotic to win either a 50 wide or 80 wide, I haven't decided yet. Um, I'll have the reel there. Um, for sure, it's going to be you're going to have to bring your phones up and show that you are subscribed to Sharkotic. But also, I think if you're there and you've commented on any Sharkotic music or anything Sharkotic, show me a comment. I'll give you an extra ticket for commenting and supporting Sharkotic. So you can win two tickets that way for the real in person at the Take a Bite Out of Cancer award ceremony.
That's pretty nice.
You guys make sure and comment.
There you go. All right, so there's Henry Sinuceto, so that takes us up to 460, so that extends to 2 minutes. We're at 2 minutes more. Yep. Yeah. John Jr. is going to be a beast at kayaking, man. That boy, when you finally let him go on a kayak, you're going to have to stop him. Like, he's going to be like, I want to go further. He's going to be so mad because he's wanting to go further to go drop his bait or whatever. Watch. Oh, he's in a spool of 130.
And the smaller and lighter you are, the less you'll teeter totter.
Yep.
You'll be closer to that kayak level, and your weight will balance. When you're a bigger guy like me and Albert, it's harder. We have to like bicycle it uh, a lot more. So
All right, guys. We got 1 minute. One more minute. Actually, it's about 30 seconds. So, yep, we're at $460, guys.
$460,
$460.
we're almost there.
Almost there. Yeah. Let's see. Checking Zelle just on the by chance so I don't miss any. Oscar Ayala. See, no, I did not, but I did hear Raj say something, but I didn't write it down. So
That was
Oscar
a little earlier. Sorry, we were jamming.
yeah, Ayala, 2 off his credit. All right, so let me put that in there. Hold on. Boom, right there. So that'll put us at 480. God, we're 20 away from being able to select the secondary winner. We're at $480 for tonight's fire drawing for our in-store credit here at Team or at Hard Life Bait and Tackle. So $10 buy-in, and you got 2 minutes, guys. 2 more minutes to get in. So yep.
Nice.
All right, somebody's comment. Let me see what that one is. Talking about something ginger and toothless. I wonder. Hey, Ron, I can't afford my 2-month-old kittens from Kittens Home soon after both fixed. Both the names are Ginger and Toothless. Wow. Well, if anybody wants any cats, guys, out of the Cali area, John's got your hook up there. So he has a 5th finger on his front paws. Wow, the phone is heating up, guys. Hold on, real quick.
Uh-oh.
Let me get my fan over here so I can cool it down so it don't turn off.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna try and cooling down the fan real quick, guys, or the phone because it's about to turn off. It's so hot, but I got the fan right here, and then I'm using my uh, clipboard here to catch the wind so I can push it off the backside and make it cool down fast. Give it a couple of minutes when it's good to go because once I start doing that, yeah, we're at $480, guys. $480. Send it in a few minutes because the phone is really heating up. I'll give you an idea like what I'm actually doing here. I got my fan there. Luke. Oh, yeah, the old father. Yeah, the camera's starting to light up. So let me do this one
Yeah, leave more life in the building. Raffle time, feel the fire, feel the thrill.
It's choppy. We could barely hear it. Oh, we can't hear it, bro. The fan is drowning it out. We can only tell that there's music playing, but we can't make out any words.
All right, guys. So the screen is on, so I can actually see it now. I'm going to give it about another 40 seconds, or by the time the song ends, which is about a minute, we're at $480, and then I'm going to go ahead and count up how many times we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to get it going.
All right, just put me in for that 20, bro. Let's make it that 5. Let's get that second chance. Hunter 10.
We do this with pride. Tune in, get in, let the fire decide. Music produced by Shark.
Oh, somebody brought it in. Let's see what we got there. Ooh, $10 from Night Hunter. I want to go wash my hands real quick because they were black. And hold on, give me a second. All right, put Night Hunter in there. That puts us at $490. $490, so close. All right, 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes.
Let me make up to the 5. Like I'll do the 10. I was gonna do 20, but he jumped in on 10, so I'll do 10. So we'll get to that 5.
All right. So that puts us at $500 right there, guys. So after this drawing, stay tuned. We're going to go to the second chance drawing bucket over there and get her done. Nice. Night Hunter. 10. Joe G, right when I was about to. Joe G for 20. All right. There we go. So that puts us at 520.
520, nice.
520 and 2 more minutes at it. Let's see. Yep. 2 minutes at it, guys. Oh man, what a day! It was a long weekend, guys.
I
Crazy,
bet.
Yeah. That moving all that lead put a hurting on my body, and I had to go to the chiropractor Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I was going to go today, but I didn't get a chance to break away because everything I had going, I couldn't make it away. So 1 minute, 1 minute. Daniel doesn't even have to enter and he'll still win. Oh my gosh. Yep, yep. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, man. Even after I wash them, my hands are still filthy. Like, I'm going to have to sit there and scrub them. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. And I will be shuffling it 20 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yes, 20 times.
Nice.
20 times. Yeah. Yes, I got your text today, Whiskey. I did not get a chance to respond on it and stuff like that. But yes, I got your order for the MXL and I think it's the MXJ Raptor in black. So I got that. So. All right, guys, here we go. Shuffling up. Shuffling up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're at $520, guys. 500. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
520. Nice. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Whiskey.
Whiskey got it.
That was the $50 buy-in right there, Whiskey. Nice.
Well played.
Right on. Yep. All right. Got that. Okay. So, and guys, we're going to go to the other counter so we can get a secondary winner because we went over $500. So that way you can kind of see how much weights I have pulled. Like, yeah. Each one of those is either 25-pound or 30-pound bags of weights right
Whoa.
there. Like, yeah. Those are 50-pound bags of 3-ounce egg weight.
Jesus.
And then that whole bucket is filled with 450. Let me show you.
Identify as Daniel.
So there's 50 6-foot or 5-foot shark leaders. Actually, sorry, 25. 25. That makes 50. And we have 25 of the redfish casting leaders. All of these are built from scratch. These and those are built from scratch. These as well are built from scratch. Another 25 6-foot shark leaders in black. Another 25. Double drum leaders, 25 and 25. Pompano, 25 and 25.
No wonder you've been busy.
Redfish rigs, these are the 2-3 casting leaders, 25 and 25. And then the three-way short redfish rigs, 25 and 25.
Whoa. Man, bundled up.
And this is all going to 4-day outfitters. So the same thing with them, guys. If there's leaders you know I have and they don't have it in stock, let them know. They are all for supplying any of my gear in their shop. So y'all can go over there and buy gear instead of having to come up with forklifts. Uh, Now we're going over to the other pot, second chance. This is cool
Coming
stuff,
down.
guys. I actually
Got a
sliced
lot of tickets.
tip,
Oh,
tip off my finger there. Let's see. There it is. Sort of. I can see where I'm pointing at. There we go. All right, there's all the tickets right there. Not good. So,
Night Hunter. I know the rods are coming. He's working on it. Might be a little while though, but I'm definitely gonna get one of them.
hey, ticket fell. Ticket fell. Sharkotic!
Ah, I got one.
There you
Yeah.
go. So you got $20 for our Friday fire
Nice job.
drawing right there. So
Cool.
I just start the paperwork.
Yeah. I got some.
I was going to try and pick up the ticket, but it slid out from right under my hand. Like I said, I've got both my pointer fingers have cuts. That one, I sliced the tip off of it. You can see right there. And then this one, I actually cut into it with a pair of dikes. So both my trigger fingers are, they are hurting. But, so, oh, I left it over there. Hold on. All right, so Sharkotic will have $20 for Friday's fire drawing.
Yeah.
I'll get that started tonight. So that way it's already done. I don't have to fill out another ticket kind of deal.
And don't forget, coming up with some new things, some different things. If you guys comment on the videos I post and you see Sharkotic at awards giving away something, we're gonna say you need to show us your phone for a ticket to win the reel or rod that we bring out there, right? Or whatever we bring out multiple things sometimes, right? So that'll be one thing. Now, if you commented, then you can say we are subscribed, but we've also commented. I'll give you an additional ticket in person for in-person drawing while Sharkotic is there at the event. We're not at every event. You see our logo on. Sometimes we pay to support the tournament, but we're not physically going to be there. But when we are there, it only helps that if you did comment, that you could show up and say, "Hey, look, I'm subscribed and I commented." So you get two tickets to win something good that we bring out there. You know, we usually bring something pretty good out there, and we didn't forget about the Christmas drawing. It's been a while, but we're gonna still do the Christmas drawing. I'm thinking 4th of July. So we'll line something up, and we miss Christmas, we miss that birthday, but we could probably catch America's birthday. But the give back is coming. It's just that I've been busy. We missed the mark. It was hectic. It's hard to do it during Christmas when you own a company and you got to do Christmas parties, and then you have other Christmas parties to go to, and then you're a Sharkotic that has a little bit of fun with drinking. Um, it gets passed, but
No,
we're not going to let it go away. We're not going to let that disappear. We're going to take care of. I'm thinking 4th of July will be good, and so we'll come up with some good stuff. But like I said, um, tournaments coming up. If you see our logo, if we're going to be out there, like Take a Bite at a Cancer is coming up, we'll be out there with either a 50 wide or an 80 wide. Haven't decided yet. But we're going to have it out there. And to win that, you would have to be subscribed to the Sharkotic YouTube channel. And if you had commented on any of our videos, we'll give you another ticket. And if you've shared our videos on other social media, if you could show that to us that day, we'll hand you another ticket. Participation is the name of the game.
Exactly. And just a heads up, guys, this Friday is the Veterans Fishing Trip deal. We will
Nice.
be at Gateway Pier again, only because I was planning to do the Packery channel, except that all the seaweed is coming through, and I don't want us to get out there and just be kind of stuck fighting seaweed all day kind of deal. So I don't know how bad it will be on Friday or not. So we're going to go ahead and go to the causeway. What I'm going to try and do this time, though, is set up some casting events so we can actually sit out there. And for those of y'all that want to learn how to cast these Avet reels, I'm going to have multiple rods out there so we can play with, so we can sit there and cast and get a feel for them. Because what I have been doing is letting y'all pull in the fish. But I got asked by a few guys that they want to learn how to cast them. So this will be your opportunity. We'll be there. I also did
Very
get
cool.
a hold of the plant where they have the hatchery. And come September, the first Friday in September, we're going to be having our veterans fishing trip there as well. But this one, you're going to have to pre-sign up for it because there's only 50 people that can be allowed to go at that time. So again, first come, first serve on that. So if y'all want to get in on that veterans trip for the hatchery there, you got to let us know and we can go from there. But I am brutally tired, guys. I'm sitting here struggling, trying to keep my eyes open, kind of deal. But
So
we gotta,
Friday, you going live again Friday? You're going to be tied
yeah,
up with that.
no, it's only during the morning for that
Oh,
veteran
gotcha,
trip.
gotcha.
Yeah, once it gets kind of hot, we kind of moves out of there. Unless the fish are just slamming, then I'll stay. But I'll still come back over here for the fire drawing that night. So
Is it
make
like a
it.
tournament or something too? Like,
No. It's just for the veterans that want to come out and fish. We do it every first Friday of the month where they
oh,
can
that's
come out
cool.
and for fishing and stuff. So I just figure I'll change it up a little bit by doing a little bit of casting techniques and stuff like that. So, yep. But all
Nice.
right, guys. You all have a blessed night.
Yep.
I'm tired. I'm
Later,
tired.
y'all.
Later, guys.
Yeah, have a good night.